Peace, family. Welcome to another episode of Broken Theory. Today we got the homie Trapheauxly. What's good?
How you doing, fam?
Blessed, man. Can't complain. Appreciate you making some
Blessed and highly
time.
favored.
Yes, amen, amen. Appreciate you making some time, you know what I mean, to talk about your story with us. I just wanted to ask you, where'd you first get started with music?
Okay, so my grandfather, his government name was Archie Edmonds, but his stage name was Otis Redding.
Okay.
He taught me how to sing at a young age, just like different hymns. His favorite hymn was the Solid Rock. And you know that high note on Try a Little Tenderness?
Mm-hmm.
That sound would just ring throughout my grandparents' house like every time I was there. So that's what I grew up around.
Wow. That's amazing.
Thank you.
That's amazing. So at what age did you start gravitating towards music?
I know the earliest I can remember was in daycare. We sang, well, I had the solo, I sang My Girl at my daycare graduation. So that's the earliest I can remember.
Okay. So from there, I know, especially with music, especially starting so young, the process is just like something that, you're like amused with the music and stuff like that. At what point did you start writing your own music, your own lyrics and stuff like that?
Probably the earliest I can remember writing my own lyrics is the ninth grade, it's like age 14. I remember carrying around a bunch of composition books.
Mm-hmm. That's dope.
Thank you.
At 14, were you recording yourself, or was it just like you were kind of just like jotting stuff down and, trying to find your way?
At that stage, I was just focusing on my writing, but prior to that, I had been recording. I acted as a kid, so like when I would get casted in different plays and stuff like that, I would have to record songs for the production.
Okay. So
that started around age 8.
Age 8, okay. So going to where you're at now, how different do you take music as far as like your artistry?
I definitely, because my grandfather passed last year around this time, I definitely take it as a way to honor him. I take it a lot more seriously because of how committed he was to it. Specifically, like my songwriting, I've been a published writer since I was 17 years old, and I'm 27 now for context. And I put a lot into my writing to make sure that everything I put out is unmistakably mine. Like sometimes I have ChatGPT try to write a song by me just to make sure I still got it.
So like, you'll try to do it to where like you compete against yourself, basically.
Right.
That's super healthy. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of people, they try to pivot themselves against other people. You know what I'm saying? Right. And just be like, you rap, I rap too. Like, I'm better with the bars than you, da-da-da-da. But everybody, you know what I'm saying, got their own artistry. So like to put yourself against yourself, it's like the only result that you can get is being better. You know what I'm saying? That's super dope. As an artist, how do you feel like you found your sound?
I think, well, I know I have songs in various genres written that I haven't released them all yet. So like I have some trap rock that I've been dying to record, because those are like the first songs that I wrote most recently, like within the past few years, because I took a while without writing any songs. And I was writing for this artist who later tried to steal all my songs and not compensate me for them. We went to high school together. It was a mess. But I decided that those songs were good and those songs were mine, so I'm gonna put them out. But right now, the songs that I have out are more like alternative rap, trap, neo soul. So I guess I'm just looking for the right moment to cross over, but I wanna establish my primary sound first.
Word. I feel like as an artist, it's super important to just kind of like go with the flow and just like whatever it is that you want to create. You know what I'm saying? And then just like figure it out later, like how to package it. You know what I'm saying? Because you see it all the time. like a lot of artists, they'll go through different branding and stuff like that. So like the music is the most important thing. I feel like you can figure everything else out later. So it's dope to hear that you know what I mean, got different pockets and things like that. Cause I think I've only heard you rap, like all
Okay.
in all. So like I definitely look forward to hearing you know, some of the neo soul stuff and things like that. Cause that's one of my next projects I'm trying to work at as an artist.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. How do you feel like you decide when a piece of music is ready to be shared with the world?
Oh man, I'm still trying to figure that out. I have some that I gravitate more towards myself. Sometimes I'll shop them around to my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Like really, before anybody hears the music, my friends get the file right outside the studio.
Word. That's
So I
fire.
just thank you. I just try to like shop for different opinions. Like I go to different like clubhouse rooms and live streams and like
Mm-hmm.
the little music reviews just to get varied opinions. And that you get a wide array of opinions for the same piece depending on who's in the room.
Oh yeah,
So that's
definitely.
taught me a lot too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, but you got to take it with a grain of salt too, because a lot of these people have never made music that have opinions. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So it's like, yes, you could take their opinion as a listener, but as far as like it being something to where like you're gonna actually get any type of constructive feedback from, or like be able to grow from, like, you know, you got to take it with a grain of salt, because some people just be hating, like if they don't
Right.
understand the reference, or like what genre, or like what you're trying to do in general. Like, you know, like I'm gonna just use this as an example. Like you mentioned like it was like a trap rock type thing, like a punk rock
Hmm.
type thing. So like somebody like Playboy Cardi, if he was trying to ask for opinions and trying to like, you know, bend the genres and stuff like that, he may have went in the room and somebody was like, what the hell? And if he listened to that, you know, he would have never, you know, took it to the step that he did. Now all
Right.
these people want to, you know what I'm saying, cross genres and stuff. He wasn't the first to do it, but I'm just saying, like, in general, you know, you got to take feedback like with a grain of salt. That's definitely. What do you feel like your process is when you're working on an album?
I spend the majority of my time writing. Uh, the last album I did, I recorded like maybe half and half, like a few months apart.
Uh-huh.
I prefer to do like go into the studio like a couple hours at a time because I can usually put out like a few quality pieces within like an hour or two.
Mm-hmm.
And then that way I don't overload myself or like stifle myself creatively.
For sure, for sure, definitely. How important is faith to you?
Oh man, you should see my tattoos. I literally have the Holy Spirit in Hebrew tattooed.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's actually also a Mac Miller reference for The Divine Feminine, an album by
Oh, I
Mac
love
Miller,
that album.
because he was Jewish, well, by birth.
I love that album. Yeah, I got that on vinyl.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so jealous. I need to get a new record player.
It's all good, man. In due time, in due time. But nah, faith is definitely important. I like to ask everybody because, you know, I feel like it's a necessary tool to have, especially on the road as an independent artist, because, you know, there's gonna be moments to where you're walking alone and there's nobody else to be there for you but the higher power. You know what I'm saying? So it's like super important to me.
Can I mention something about that
Oh
that I
yeah,
just thought of when you said that?
definitely.
Okay, so my grandfather passed on January 30th, 2024. My first CP dropped on January 31st, 2024.
Mm,
And I use United Master, so with that, because it was my first project, I had to schedule it 3 weeks out.
uh-huh.
So my grandfather passed. The next morning, I wake up not even thinking about the music. How could I? And
Yeah.
I get all these notifications on my phone. Within a week, I had like 15,000 streams, and I did no promotion at that point. Like
That's
it was
amazing.
all just from right. It was my grandfather. Like I believe in my ancestors. I believe in angels.
Yep.
I believe
Yep.
in the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, sometimes like it be so blatantly in your face that it's like, you know, you can't ignore the proof. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like,
Right.
you know, something like that may touch you in a way, and then you tell your friends and they're like, it's just, you know, or it could be this, or it could be that. You know, they want to make excuses, but you're like, nah, it's this. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I feel like when you do have faith, and you are meant to have faith and God choose you, it's like, you know, it's in your face with it. It's constant events to where it's like, you know what I mean? Like you can't deny it. You know, you
Right.
gotta speak your testimony and encourage others and let them know it's real because it's so loud. The other side is so loud in our face with it. It's like we have to kind of be the difference that we want to see in the world too, you know, at the same time, and just speak on it because it's truth. You know what I'm saying? Like the other stuff, it's not it's not feasible in my eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you know, God is always the greatest. Whether or not you agree with whatever, you know, situation or circumstances you in right now, you know what I'm saying? It's always for the better. It always works out. You always look down the line and be like, damn, so that's why I didn't get that job, or that's why I lost that job, or whatever. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like it be blessings in disguise. So yeah, definitely, I love to hear it.
Definitely.
Walk me through an average day with you. What's that like?
Okay, so average day. You mean sober or not sober?
Ah, whatever you want to talk about.
Okay, so average day, not sober, because I haven't been. All I do is smoke weed. I should clarify, but that's an important clarification.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, but that's more of an average day for me. So wake up probably 4 or 5 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Do a little wake and bake. Um, I probably would get on the phone with my best friend for like maybe an hour or so because I have insomnia. Like I wake up like 7 different times in a night.
I feel it.
Yeah. So
My kids give me insomnia. You know what I'm saying?
I would imagine so. I would imagine so. I don't know that. I don't know that battle personally. I do not have kids, but I appreciate and value that you take that seriously.
Nah, for sure, for sure. Go ahead, man. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You
So
good?
you say you wake up a
You
couple
good.
times during the night.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't listen to this, so I'm gonna just say it. All right. So every time I wake up during the night, I talk to a different girl I'm talking to.
Oh man, yeah, yeah, yeah. They better not listen to this. All right, proceed.
Or else I'm in trouble. Gotta clear the roster out. Okay. So, like, personally, at this stage in my life, it would be good. Like how the Bible says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing. It would be good to be paired off, but it's not my primary objective.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, I'm just, making friends, as I call it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like,
Thank you.
yeah, no, for sure. I mean, especially like if it ain't nothing speaking to you to where it should go to the next level, you definitely should take your time, enjoy your life, and you know, don't rush into that for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I've definitely rushed into some things I should have pumped the brakes at. So I'm learning. But the women in my life give me inspiration from my music.
For sure.
Like if I were to drop the songs that I have unreleased right now, like each song would be about a different person.
That's fine. So it's like a whole story in itself, like of just like your life. You know what I'm saying? Like if you drop a project like that, it would be like all your life type thing. That's dope.
Thank you. Okay, so a typical day. So I've been dealing with some health issues lately. So I've been going to doctor's appointments like once or twice every day of the week. I'm at risk for a couple things right now. So I had to pump the brakes on the job, had to quit my last job because I was going to be out every day.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I feel it.
Yeah. So right now, I'm just now getting to like the end of that, hopefully. But my appointments are more spaced out. So right now, I'm on Indeed, I'm on LinkedIn, doing all that. I'm a full-time student online. I attend Miles College. I'm a psychology major.
Okay.
Right now, I'm trying to get through that as quickly as possible because they have mini semesters. So I'm able to like take twice the amount of classes in a semester.
Oh, that's fine. So you could kind of just like work on double time, you know what I'm saying, and get it done
Definitely.
faster. Yeah, that's
definitely. Dope. So I'm definitely focused on my education because like my grandfather, he would always talk about his time at the schoolhouse. Like, he was born during Reconstruction. He was born on a plantation. His aunt was a sharecropper, and he loved nothing more than going to school. His favorite Bible verse, or his second favorite Bible verse, was study to show thyself approved. So he would call me the professor. My grandfather wanted me to be a professor, so I got to finish with my education.
Wow, that's amazing.
Thank you.
And you know, it just goes to show that, like, you know, the impact of people, like, you never know. Like, he may have just gave you the nickname because he wanted you to do good, but he, you know, I'm not sure if he knew that would stick with you like that, you know what I'm saying, to push you and bring you into a different realm. That's amazing. Like, I definitely look forward to seeing where you at with the music and with that, you know what I'm saying, 5 years from now, you know what I'm saying,
I
looking back.
appreciate you.
Yeah, no doubt. I do want to ask though, with you going to school and like going for psychology major, has it affected the way that you view music? And what have you learned from that you've implied into music?
That's a really good question. I think it helps me with my phrasing because I do a lot of I include a lot of subtleties in my lyrics where, depending on how you're listening or what mental space you're listening from, you hear something different. So I do a lot of entendres, or just like different plays on words. I choose my beats differently depending on the mood that I want it to have, because sometimes I want the beat to contrast with what I'm saying, or sometimes I want it to be more cohesive. More recently, I've been going towards, because primarily I've used a lot of trap beats. So more recently, I've been going towards like more neo soul beats, or more like world beats, because I want to incorporate more cultures.
You talking about like Afro beats type feel?
Afro beats, Latin beats,
Okay.
like different things, just
Yeah, that's
based off
fire.
of thank you, just based off of like my demographics. When I'm able to look at who my listeners are, like a lot of my listeners are from Spanish speaking countries.
That's super
So
important. You just dropped the gym right there. I just want to make sure I shout it out because, like, you know, a lot of people are faking their numbers, so they don't have the opportunity to be able to look at who is listening where and what. You know what I'm saying? So like that,
yeah,
not faking your numbers and being able to have that information is so valuable. Because look, you just said now you're making this type of music because you realize you have listeners in Spanish speaking countries. So it's like, if you were to drop a Spanish speak like a Spanish vibe song, you already know that's a
right,
go. You already know that's a
right,
go. So it's like, you know, being able to look at the data and just, you know, okay, we're gonna do this like this with whatever, you know, that insight, that vision, you know what I'm saying? You can't pay for that. You can't pay for that.
right. It's very interesting and actually like pretty exciting to see, because like with this last single, I think in the last month I've had listeners from 88 countries.
Wow.
Thank you. And last year, I think I had like maybe close to 270 countries.
That's
And there
crazy.
are like 295 countries in the world, so that's like 70% of that.
Oh yeah.
And I don't have a label backing me. I'm not paying for streams. I extra didn't pay for streams last
Yeah.
year.
Nah, for
Like,
sure.
like I extra didn't do any of that because it was an experiment to see how far I could get just organically.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, with music, you know what I'm saying, the whole game is pay for play. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just be real with you. The whole game is all about that. I saw French Montana said he spent 500,000 of his own money. I think it's 500 or 700,000. But you know that song with him and Ray Shermer, it's not good enough for me. I don't know. At one point, it was everywhere. At one point, and he was like going crazy. But to know that he spent that much money of his to make the song number one, it just like blew my mind, because I was like, damn. So you actually, you know, gotta use your own money to kind of put it in front of these people. So there's nothing wrong with, you know, paying for streams and stuff like that if they're real. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like a lot
Yeah.
of the times people will be like, "Oh, come on this playlist," or da 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 da, and it's like they faking the numbers with that, and you know you're not really getting no type of success with that. But yeah, I mean either way it could go good, but organically 100% is the best way. You know what I'm saying? Like for things to
Yeah.
spread like
Yeah.
that.
I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with it. I just did it like for myself as an experiment. Just I just wanted to fuck around and find out.
Yeah, nah, ain't nothing wrong with that for sure. You definitely got to test the waters and see, you know what I'm saying, what's worth even putting money in. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
once you organically see what the people are gravitating towards with no money being dumped into it, it lets you know, okay, these are standing out like a sore thumb. All right, everybody loves this. Okay, they love it in the Spanish speaking countries. Okay, so I'm gonna double down on the ads. I'm gonna only run ads in this country for this song and get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot that goes into it for sure. What projects are you working on next? What you got coming
Okay,
next?
so I am working on releasing singles, and either an EP or an album, depending on the timing, uh, called Hypnagogia, which is this in between state between wakefulness and a dream state.
That's
And
fine.
that's really what I want my music to feel like. I want it to feel like, you know, that Bruno Mars Lady Gaga song was like, I just woke up from a dream. I want just that first line in your mind when you listen to my music. I just woke up from a dream.
So what are some of the ways that you're trying to capture that? If you want to talk about it.
Okay, so I've been a poet for a long time, but I've been a published poet for the past like 11 years. I definitely, okay, because rap stands for rhythm and poetry. And I've gotten reprimanded for saying this before in like high school, but I personally don't believe that everything that is rapped is fitting of the label poetry. But I make it my business and my imperative to make every song I write a poem. I want it to all have literary elements and just like merit. Like,
Yeah. No, I feel what you're saying.
yeah,
It's
like,
got to be cohesive as like one versus like all over the place. And you talking about this, you talking about that, you talking about like there's no set. How can you say structure to what the
Right.
body of work that you're making? Yeah, I get what you're saying.
right. I want people to be able to do a literary analysis on my work. I want people to study my work. Kendrick was the first to get a Pulitzer for rap. I want to be the second.
Yeah, that's fire. Yeah, I saw that the other day that they using his lyrics in different universities and things like that. And I think
Yeah.
rap has come so far. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's at the space to where it's appreciated in not just the black community. It's appreciated everywhere. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, of course, we have white people that don't like it. We have black people that don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's gonna be hate regardless. But the fact that we all could come together and appreciate just this art form that was created out of the struggle, out of pain, it's a powerful tool. You know what I'm saying? And people like you, people like me that are using it to honestly like heal these people and bring them some type of like message. That's the way that I feel like it should be used for.
Definitely.
Any books that you're reading that have changed your life or that you have read?
Okay, The Alchemist. The Alchemist by Pablo Coelho.
Yup.
Okay, I just got a brief little story to tell. Okay, so Drake, 2 Chainz, and Big Sean put out a song called All Me on the Nothing Was the Same album.
Yep.
Back when that came out, like 2016-ish, I ended up writing this Twitter thread that was a literary analysis on 2 Chainz' verse. Beat up to 2023, I'm coming out of a hotel. Guess who's there? 2 Chainz.
Wow.
And I was telling him about this analysis that I wrote, like literally down to the Latin that he used. And I was able to tell him that I thought he was the alchemist because, I don't know, you have to read the book, but it's basically about, a standout line is, when the student is ready, the master appears. And 2 Chainz is my favorite mainstream rapper. I think he is extremely intelligent, like genius level intelligent. And I love that he talks about loving his wife and kids. I think that there's a lot of serial killer rap. Not too many people are interested in being good people. They think that they have to exchange that for their success. But 2 Chainz is a father and a husband first and foremost, and I respect it.
Yeah, for sure. No, I definitely read the book. So it's crazy that you said The Alchemist, because a lot of the people that's been on the podcast, when I ask them about books, that's one book that they always reference, and I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
there's a common theme here. Make sure
Right. And
make
I think
sure
it's
everybody's
because
reading this.
it has to do with like manifesting your desired
Yeah,
outcome and learning
absolutely.
how to take control and discipline your mind.
Hmm.
Because this shit we're going for, it's very far fetched for
Yep.
anybody to
It's
do
not
well
for the
with
faint of
this.
heart.
Right. So the people who are actually putting like applying pressure and getting on platforms like this,
Uh huh.
um, they have to be manifesting and creating their own
Yep.
reality in order to even get onto this platform, to get
Yep.
into this realm.
Yep.
But some other good books I read this 3-poem collection by Maya Angelou,
Okay.
and I think it was called Still I Rise.
Okay. Let me write that
I
down.
used to have like a huge book, like a 1,000-page book that had uh, all of her narratives, all of her poems, and everything, just in one space.
That's fire.
That was my favorite book I ever owned.
Yeah, that's fire for sure. Yeah, I
Thank you.
always like to ask everybody, you know what I'm saying, like any books that change their life, because, you never know who's listening, and what can appeal to different people, you know what I'm saying, like during their journey. Like somebody needed to hear The Alchemist one more time. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
for them to go and purchase the book. You know what I'm saying? So like
yeah,
make sure if you've been hearing about The Alchemist and you haven't purchased it yet, make sure you go and purchase that. Or, you know what I'm saying, go to the library, grab it real quick. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you read it. It's
right.
dope. I just never, for me, I never really got into like the fantasy type book, but like
Hmm.
it's not really fantasy when you think about it. Like a lot of the stuff that they're talking about is just like, how can you say it's kind of like parables, you know what I'm saying, like figurative,
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean, like it could stand for something else, the same way
definitely.
like how the Bible does, you know what I'm saying, like some of the stories, they're not all 100% truthful, but it's like, you have to be looking for the truth in it, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
more or less. um where do you go for inspiration?
Mm, I pray a lot, like a
Mm,
lot. There's this verse in the Bible that says, "Pray without ceasing," and I made that my mantra. Um, Sometimes I'll just go into like a very quiet state, a
uh-huh.
meditative state, um, just talking things out with God or my ancestors. Since my grandfather passed, he's been my number one go-to as far as my ancestors. We were very close. Um, I also draw inspiration from other artists, regardless of medium. I
Uh-huh.
have this one really amazing visual artist friend named Delaney Gardner Sweeney, and they're a sculptor. They're getting their masters in visual art and sculpting, and actually have a tattoo designed by them.
That's fire.
And yeah, I find so much joy and appreciation for art and its creators.
Nah, I feel it. I feel it. It's something different when somebody puts their whole soul into what they're creating. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It hits different. A lot of people, they'll put words down, copying their favorite people, thinking that it's gonna hit the same. And it's like, if you don't shed them layers of your soul onto that pen and paper, it's not gonna hit the same at all. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you could try to be Michael Jackson, but there's only one Mike. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
you might get the feeling. You might capture, what I'm saying, something great in the process of chasing that. But in the same sense, you gotta be yourself. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't work if you tried to be Mike.
Right.
uh,
Can't be
what do
like
you
mine.
Nah, not at all. You can dream of it. What do you do in the moments to where you feel like you block creatively?
I live life
Mm.
because sooner or later something's gonna happen, and I'm gonna be like, I should write that down, and then we're back.
Yup, yup, yup. It's a full circle. Amen. What do you feel like was your biggest investment in music besides time?
Mm. Mm. I spent a lot of money on different managers just to end up managing myself. Like I
I
had this
feel
one
it.
manager who wanted to monopolize all my spending or have me only spend money with him.
Mm.
And in the process, he was talking to me crazy.
Uh-huh.
And like for one thing, I'm autistic, so he was trying to manipulate and take advantage of the fact that I'm autistic by trying to like lead me along a path that was not in my best interest, while trying to control my money and trying to like control my production and put himself on my album. And yeah, I spent a lot of money with that man. I think I spent maybe $11,000 in 1 month, and I was like,
Wow.
I don't think this is working out.
That's crazy. So
Yeah.
let's talk about that. First off, what are what is a lesson that you have learned from that whole situation of somebody basically trying to make money off of every single thing that you do? You need to cover art. Do it through me so I could get a piece of it. Like
Right.
it's like a leech, you know what I'm saying? Like a blood sucking vampire. Like I don't know. Like when you got your own stuff going on, you don't need to do that. So it's like,
Right.
were they even qualified in the first place?
Honestly, I don't even know because I had never heard of that man, but it's
Uh,
fine.
nah, I feel it. You don't have to say the name. I don't want to give no pressure to nobody, but I'm just
Yeah,
saying, like, what are some of the lessons that you've learned going forward when you're looking for a manager, or maybe something that you can help somebody that is looking for a manager?
okay, so the first thing that came to mind was if you want something done right, do it yourself.
Uh-huh.
Because nobody's gonna put that fire behind you the way you do, because you're the one
Yep,
who believes in yourself most in the most fortunate circumstances.
for sure.
Um, I would say outsourcing for the small things rather than the actual like meat and potatoes of the situation
Uh-huh.
is better, because it's better to like outsource for a publicist or outsource for cover art or outsource for a beat, like outsourcing for things that you're not tied down around, there's no contract around.
Uh-huh.
um like right now it would benefit me to outsource for some administrative work, because as I mentioned, I had some health issues going on and I'm in school full time. I'm focused on other things. My brain is busy.
Yeah, for sure. As it should
Yeah.
be. Yep.
Thank you. So right now I'm in the process of narrowing down some people that have good rapports in terms of their output for that, or people who can do it all.
Uh-huh. Nah, I feel it. As far as that goes, like when you're so busy that you're, you know what I mean, you got your own things going on, but you realize that like sitting there trying to learn something, a new skill, or like taking your time to do anything that, you know, could be passed down, it's like you realize you're actually saving money by delegating these tasks. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You're actually saving time, energy, all of that stuff by just, hey, here, you do it. I know you could do it. Here, take this money, whatever it's worth. Take it. I need my time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and knowing it's gonna be done, you're able to like get way more accomplished. I didn't want to interrupt you. I just wanted to just pass that gem along because we just breezed over that, man. That in itself,
Yeah.
I had to learn that like crazy, because like I could video edit this podcast myself. You know what I'm saying? I could do all of the art, but instead, me paying somebody gives me the freedom and the time for me to be able to do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? Like for me to
Right.
be able to do what I need to do for the beats, for what I need to do for the writing the raps, like the video work, whatever it is that I do. You know what I'm saying? Because
Speaking of, you are so nice. You are so
I appreciate
nice.
it. I appreciate it for sure.
Man, you are talented. I can't wait for that project that I have that song on with you. I don't know if you've
Oh yeah.
announced it, so I'm trying to be vague.
Uh-huh. God waste nothing.
Man,
God waste nothing.
God waits nothing. That's such a beautiful
Yeah.
name too. Like you really did your thing with that.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, I've been kind of finishing up other people's projects and stuff like that. So like we're about to dive into it in March and just completely dissect the whole folder, because I got a folder full of everybody's submissions and everything like that. So like in March we're just gonna go crazy and just like start working on it, because I would like for it to be out by 420. You know what I'm saying? Like done and out
Oh, that'll
by
be
420.
nice.
So we'll see how it goes. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But like definitely appreciate you for sure.
Yeah.
So you said you're working on finding tasks to delegate. What are some of the other things that you can look forward to as far as like trying to cut the manager out?
Um, things I can look forward to. Well, I've been doing a lot of research myself on like bookings
Uh-huh.
because I've had other artists ask me to manage them, and I've just like I've been able to help in some regard, but I really want to make this like another form of my entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a S corp where I filed for a business license
Fire.
with my stage name, and I am establishing an independent artist collective. Eventually, I want to turn it into a record label. Um, just something for us, by us,
Yep.
in all senses of the word, because like there's a lot of exclusion that goes on for different communities and record labels.
Yep.
Somebody emailed me this morning and told me that record labels own your soul. I don't know if that shit true or not, but I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
So
it's truth in that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like if you put your soul into your music and you make a song, right?
mhm.
And you don't own it. You don't own the masters. You don't own nothing. Now it's being able to be controlled by somebody else. Now
Yeah.
that intellectual property that has unlimited potential in the amount of money that you can make, you just have to promote it yourself. You have to get it into the right hands. Now it's being capped by what somebody else's vision is for it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Now you have to ask for permission to release. I don't rock with that at all, man. And the more I
Yeah.
learned about the game, the farther I kind of wanted to position myself away from it.
Right. I grew up on independent artists. Like I was
Mhm.
13, 14, listening to Acid Rap by Chance the Rapper.
Ah.
So like that's the shit that
Yeah. Nah, I feel it. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, that's the
You already
shit
know.
that I came up on.
For real.
For my real fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah.
So we got less than 30 seconds left. I just wanted
Okay.
to ask you anything that you would tell your younger self when first getting started in this game.
Okay. There's something my grandfather used to say to me, and it would be like call and response. He would be like, say, Kate, what do you think? And I would say, about what? He would say, about everything. And he would say, everything's gonna be all right. So for everybody listening, everything's gonna be all right.
Amen. 100%.